predictions comes in for Moses. Let's see how this will pan out. So we are live here for eLevate versus Team Liquid with Vansili and Moses. ESEA TV live now for invite number season 18. Yeah, I like the way I started that off. Great introduction, Vansili. Keep on going. So for eLevate, we got Rush, X23, Roka, eLevate, and Storm. And for Team Liquid, we got Nafly, Adrent, Dabs, Fugly, and Nitro. As looks like we will have a lot of action on the outside. One flash coming through as XP3 is looking for the first kill of this match. He's getting pushed on the top of the lockers as well, and they are going to go for a boost into heaven. So Rush is actually rushing, no pun intended, back towards the upper entrance of the upper site, but they are closing in towards mid as well, towards that lobby, as Daps is able to get a kill, but traded back out towards ramp area. There's that boost. Rush is not able to get the kill. Nitro gets the entry. XP3 comes back through the hut, though, and gets that frag. Fugly still inside the vent, getting hunted down, moving back up towards the top, and he is dancing up and down. Like a little gerbil coming out here, as finally he goes for the fight, but gets picked off by XP3, leaving Nafly the last man standing, cornered in the back of the site. 3 versus 1 against XP3. Gets the first headshot. eLevate with only 2 HP. He can close it down to a 1 versus 1 very easily right now, but he's getting tagged down to 31. And Storm is still waiting out the clock. So this is a smart play going on right now, unless Nafly can look back towards this window. He's waiting back towards Secret. 10 seconds left on the clock. He's going to run through the vents. He's going to have to try to go for a plant lower. 7 seconds left on the... Oh, no, the vent's not broken. He loses some time. Runs back down and gets the kill onto Storm with that fake. With 2 seconds remaining, did the smartest play you could ever do and wins that 3 versus 1 clutch. And we are about to see an exciting game, Moses.
Yeah, what a round from Nafly. What a hero there. Unbelievable, but... that whole round I wanted to talk about. I mean, outside of that play from Naf, eLevate played that round so well. They were so proactive on their defense. Once the outside take was known, they crunched into that lobby and took that pushing over and really flipped the tables on them and ended up losing that 1-on-3 to Naf. So all their good work goes down the drain just simply by a magical performance. Coming up that vent like that, really solid fake.
Yeah, I think at the same time, they really didn't want to let Liquid get a plant at all, despite the time remaining, so I think that's why Storm decided to rush through, but what a play by Nafly. Nades coming through, 3 guys at lower right now for Secret. That is eLevate, Rush, eLevate, and XP3. They decide to fall back after they eat a nade, so 2 of them are very low, sub 50 right now, and they rotate back towards the upper site. Meanwhile, it seems as though Team Liquid is doing the same thing, walking back from outside into the lobby, still one lurking around, trying to find the entry kill. It's going to be Daps, who's at the staircase, inside the hut, trying to look across, but we'll see nothing as of yet. Roka's about to peek across here. Going to make a lot of noise, so he's trying to bait out some people, but as he clears out the site, sees nothing there. They come back out towards the back of the site. Crossfire comes through. eLevate getting the 5-7 kills, 1 guy at heaven, but now the 1-man advantage comes in here for Team Liquid. 2 versus 3. XP3 now spotted, tagged down to 17 as the bomb is planted at the default spot towards the front of the silos of the upper bomb site. Last one spotted is going to be Storm here at heaven, cannot get anything done, and that is now going to be 2 unanswered rounds for Team Liquid. And that is just got to be demoralizing here for eLevate so far. Losing a 3 versus 1, like you said, if they lose 4 rounds here on T side, they're going to be in a lot of trouble, and already they've lost 2 out of 2.
Right, we actually saw Roka the other day on this map. They did lose their CT pistol, and Roka busted out some amazing pistol work of his own to bring him back and give him some momentum to ride out a really strong CT half. We'll see if he can do it again. He has picked up that deagle, and he's been known to do some damage with that, especially recently had some solid clutches with the entire terrorist team taking this outside, not being contested at all. Nitro swinging into the warehouse, clearing his corners. So this is very similar to their pistol round. They sent 1 player lower into Secret, who's going to get taken out by XP3. That's Daps, but the rest of them push through the warehouse over towards CT spawn to work this heaven and hell area underneath the ladder. And there is an upper bomb site stack from the counter terrace, all outside of XP3, who got that kill. He's in the lower bomb site, meeting up with Storm at ramp. It's going to leave Rush with the Galil in the vents. And it looks like they're going to do this boost again, and
it's worked.
Yeah, it did work very well on pistol round, and I don't think anyone's wise to it quite yet. No one's looking there, so this could be perfect for them if they boost him all the way into heaven. This could be a huge opening, and it is. Here comes 1 player. That's Fugly. He's going to take eLevate out. Didn't even know it was coming, but Roka with that deagle gets a great headshot with 2 bullets. There's still more players underneath the ladder, all three of them trying to come up. They're going to contest this deagle. But they get a little bit smarter. They fall away right into Storm, who's not able to pick any off. Nitro takes him out of the race is on into this lower bomb site. Roka with that deagle, not able to do any more work. It's going to be all up to Rush, who's already down here at control side in the stairs.
Oh,
but Half-Life jumping through. Yep, the aim punch jumping through that window is dead on. And Liquid's looking, that was pretty fortunate of them. They could have gotten dangerous if they kept going up that ladder.
Well, now this is the big round where they're going to be tested the most. And look at that. With $6,300, XP3 still decides to go for the M1A1. Full nades in the kit. What's your thoughts on that?
I like it.
Now you want to go to McDonald's?
Yes.
Good. Rush, look at that. He's just going to run across. Here comes the huge flashes. Everybody's partially blind. He lights up two. Gets the third with the headshot. Bomb is now down. And meanwhile, Nafly has also Adren has also been taken down. And Rush gets a 4K. So they have gotten a kill onto Roka inside the lobby. But, oh my god. That was intense. And I think that's why they went for an M4 here with XP3.
That is unbelievable. Rush, there's that aggression that we see eLevate do, and that's probably more aggressive than I've seen any CT team play that defense on outside. And I said some rounds they were going to be super aggressive out there. Some rounds they're going to be a little bit more passive and rotate through the vents. And that round they just switched things up an insane amount.
Rush had pretty much his knife out the whole sprint towards T-spawn. That was sick.
Yeah,
that's some gutsy play.
Gets that 4 kill. Now it's going to be all on Storm. Lining up for this ramp tape. That nade could do a lot of damage, and it does. It does do a decent amount. Adren down to 69 HP. The rest get tagged up a little bit. But Storm's going to come under fire. There's going to be a smoke and a pop flash here, and he might have to drop right off the bat. He does have a teammate rotated over. He's getting swarmed through the smoke, running right through it, and yeah, he drops. He pulls his clip out of XP3, takes one out before getting traded off, but Rush, having himself a monster of a match, comes in with the rotate, picks off Adren and Fugly. Now all they can do is come down into this lower bomb site where they're smoked off, and they're really in a tough spot here. Nowhere to go, nowhere to find any opening.
That's definitely it. So the only thing they can do right now is maybe get lucky, get the kill into Rush, and then they'll have two M4s at their disposal right now for Depths and Nitro. With 43 seconds left on the clock, they haven't invested that much money right now for Team Liquid. And if you're looking at Nitro, it's at 3,900 with the investment that he had for the Tech 9 and also for the smoke. But he's still $3,900. So losing this round, he's fine to buy the next round here. So they're just going to try to go for some entry kills here. He does finally, with the last bullet, get the kill onto Roka. And finally, there you go, gets picked off by Rush. And it's going to be now 2 rounds unanswered for eLevate. But another big gun round coming in here for Team Liquid. And it desperately needed as well to try to reset the economy back against eLevate and regain that momentum after that Nafly 3 versus 1 epic clutch.
Yeah, that's still so ridiculous. And another 5-cold setup. Rush is having himself a good match so far. I know it's only 5 rounds in, but he's had a huge impact on that first gun round with 4 kills, obviously. And there he was very swift on the rotate. He seems very focused, so he could have a very good match. The terrorists blow open the door, and they look for this pick with the AWP on Adren right through it, down into warehouse, seeing if they can catch anyone off guard, trying to come through Mini into the bomb site. Hasn't found anyone, but eLevate's got to remember they did that and be careful of it in the future. That's an easy way to get a pick if no one's prepared for it.
Yeah, especially if there's no smokes being lobbed, right? So it's the easy angle there. As somebody with a fast reaction time like Adren, like you said, could be an easy pick there. So interesting to see what's going to happen as we move further through the rounds. But at this point, it's still going to be a 5 versus 5. It's still a passive play so far. Still with Storm trying to get some fights here. 1 versus 1 against Daps. So he smoked it out at first, nading it through, trying to keep him as far back as possible, but he's slowly depleting his arsenal in terms of grenades. All he has left is a flash to try to hold this ramp now. It's smoked out. He's going to have to try to go for a 1 versus 1 again against Daps. And now 2 flashes coming down from both sides. And now Storm, all he could do right now is count on his aim, because he has no rotation coming in from his teammates at all towards the connector as well. So he's going to have to try to hold it off, and his teammates are going to have to play passively towards locker room, which they have been. So let's see what happens. Committing now inside the site. The trade comes through, and Storm is going to hide inside Toxic. So he's going to do that while the action continues towards inside the ramp. So now they decide to hold back just for a bit, all getting dispatched 1 by 1, and they're finally committing towards lower. It's being open, he's spamming across, and he cannot get the planner. So at this point, gave away his position, but at the end of the day, still an easy kill coming in for eLevate and an easy retake to make it now 3-3.
Right, Liquid took a little bit too long on deciding to finally execute into that ramp room. They ran it down towards 25, 30 seconds, and at that point, you said Storm didn't even matter that he was out of utility because he could just fall back and turtle up into that toxic room, and there was not enough time for Liquid to clear everything out in that lower bomb site. They just had to go for that smoke plant, but just running down the clock a little bit too low allowed eLevate to get a good jump on it and really just apply so much pressure that they couldn't comfortably get anywhere and they couldn't comfortably clear any spots. So they had it set up pretty well, just need to speed things up a little bit going forward. They're going to do some smoke walls outside. They do have 3 smokes and 3 flashes. They're going to do these smokes to try and get into secret. Line them up so they can't get taken down as they cross. eLevate's got no response to this. XP3's outside with the Colt in that warehouse, spraying through, doesn't connect with anyone, and
Elige is waiting bottom though.
yeah, Elige is behind this smoke. He might be able to spray him down. He rotated quick as soon as the wall came out. And they're delayed in secret by his own wall. He's going to throw a nade through it. Let him know he's there. Oh boy, that got weird. I got tied up there.
Hey man, it's just the same way that I did my intro. It's just starting to hit us here, Moses. But Liquid is starting to fall back here towards the upper. They're going to try to push down in here against XP3, who was outside before but fell back inside ramp. Roka lobbing a grenade, getting the first kill onto Dabs, who's already at 23 HP before. But at this point, they're going to try to go for the boost again. It worked the first time. It worked the second time. Can it work the third time?
It should. Rush is ready for it. Oh, he's holding a weird angle.
Different angle, exactly.
He spots him out, so should be able to swing. I don't know if he actually saw him that first time. He looked a little confused, and after he gets that trade, this could be dangerous. They come up the vents into this upper bomb site. Roka goes down. All of a sudden, it's into a retake situation. Elige coming up the vent has a lot of work to do. They're getting chased down, and another trade from the terrace into a 2-on-2. XP3 flanking from the lobby. He's going to be in the HUD here. He needs to make sure he's checking out Nitro. Nitro's in a corner right by the squeaky vent. XP3 swings on him, gets that headshot. Storm coming up from vents with low HP. Can Naf pull off another miraculous clutch for his team in a 1-on-2 here? XP3 with a jumping shot. Where did that come from? XP3 shutting it down before Naf can even begin. That was his team out there, but that was a scary eco round. Really effective work. Dropping 3 counter terrorists, forcing a lot of rebuys here.
Hey, you called it. XP3 just likes to play aggressively. He doesn't really care how he's aiming. As long as the crosshair is on that guy somehow, he's going to get the frag, hopefully. Fingers crossed. As he catches it midair, at least the bomb plant comes in. So that third time still worked. They're 3 for 3 for that boost to get the entries. It only comes down to the hold. That's a little bit harder for Liquid, but it's working well for them to try to take advantage of the outside and boost towards upper because of the weird way that Rush has been playing. Every single time they go for that boost, Rush plays just out in the open at the entrance. So if he's going to hide around the angle again, they know he's going to be there. They're just going to flash him out, and it's just going to be an easy retake for them to take over the upper site.
Right, so Liquid set up once again with these smokes outside. Ledrem talked about in a video that he's done in the past on his YouTube how he likes to throw those smokes pretty much every single round outside. That way you mask if you're actually going to go down or not. As long as they see him every round, they can never be 100% sure if someone made it into secret. XP3 on top of the red box is going to be prepared to look over and spot it out. Here comes some smokes. Here comes some flashes. He's going to keep contesting this. Not falling back. He spots ahead. Able to lay a little bit of damage down onto Adren before he's forced to fall back. But there are 3 players out there. They're going to turn into mini here. Dabs takes out Elige. And this is an upper split. And it is very effective so far. Rush gets 1. Nitro able to take out Roka. And all of a sudden, this upper bomb site is open for the taking. XP3 and Storm in a tough spot in the 2-on-4. What an execute from Liquid.
It's just that smoke there towards Mini. Because at that point, when Adren was able to make it through, let's talk about that later, though, Storm under rotation, gets the first kill, traded back by Knifefly. XP3 now the last man standing as the bomb is planted, sees a Gen jump across. But Nitro is also towards the back there, so he's going to have to fight 2 guys. Knows where the third guy is now after the nade comes in towards lobby. So at least he knows the positioning, but at this point, he's just going to look for exits maybe, and then save after.
He's not going for it. He's just trying to grab 1 or 2 kills as they try and leave the bomb site. He's in a scary spot, though. I mean, it's not going to be worth it if he falls here. No one's going to chase him. So everyone's going to get away squeaky clean. Keep their weapons.
Squeaky clean through squeaky. The score is 4-3. So what I was trying to say there is that smoke that they threw towards that mini actually gave a chance right now for Adren to move towards Mini, and they all pinched in. Squeaky, Hut, and also from Mini. Rush was out in the open, 3 guys shooting at him, nothing he could do. He did get 1 kill at least before falling down, But again, it's just because there was one too many angles for them to watch across. After
Right.
being smoked out, XP3 should have changed his position just a little bit.
Well, his issue was he took those shots at Adren when he first came out, so he dropped off that red box to reload, and that's when the hit came in. I'm not sure if that was a mid-round call by the endgame leader of Liquid to take advantage of that, but having to reload his weapon, it didn't allow him to get a good eye and get a good defense onto Mini. Roka's pushed up here at Hut, and he could do some damage if he's careful. He tried this on Pistol and got taken out by Daps, and he's going to try and push all the way onto Rooftop, and someone's on top watching it, and he somehow manages to get away without taking any damage whatsoever.
So let's see what happens. I like this. I like how these guys are playing the mind game as well for the T and CT side. There's always that 1 versus 1 between Storm and Depths. So, and it's always towards that ramp. But at the same time, nobody really executes inside this area here for eLevate. So far, they're playing very passively. They're trying to get those nades out towards Mini if anybody's close there. A little incendiary grenade being lobbed at the same time. Molly's being thrown, but they're just holding back at lobby so far, expecting an eLevate aggressive play. But so far, eLevate has only done it once where they played it very aggressively on the outside. So at this point, they've depleted everything, so they're going to have to go with smokes and flashes to execute upper. So let's see if Rush could hold it down this time. So let's switch over to him. He's towards Mustang, drops inside the site, Elige with the counter flashes here, and also Roka on the floor, and it's working. Trades are coming in across, and a 1-man advantage, make that 2-man advantage comes in now for eLevate, with the last man standing, trying to make his way from the outside Mini, but there's only 10 seconds left on the clock. Bomb is down towards the squeaky door, so Adren will have to try to save this gun for the last remaining seconds. 2 and 1, and the extra 5 here. He's spotted now. He's down to 24, but he will be able to save it here. So it's going to be 4-4 with Liquid here. Only winning 1 round since the gun round, so things are looking good for eLevate so far.
I mean, they're really. It seems like that, doesn't it? But it's not that great. Look at their economy. Their economy is so low. 3,200 on Storm, 2,000 on Rush, and 1,400 on XP3. I mean, they're just pretty low here. And Liquid keeps dealing a decent amount of damage, forcing a couple of rebuys, not allowing eLevate to build anything up. And once again, they have some good utility again here. And these rounds where they take it a little bit passively and slow have not worked out for them. They have the benefit of winning that Terrorist pistol round, so they're comfortable on rounds with 4 so far. That's already a good start, and here they go. They're changing up the pace, coming through this smoke outside. Looks like they might try and do this Mini hit again. They're right at the corner of Mini, ready to turn in, and they pop flash themselves in. Someone's watching it, but not doing the damage needed. But from Rafters is Roka dealing the damage. He goes down after 1 kill, but Rush with the grenade chimes in and shores up the defense in Mini.
Elige now on that flank, coming across and dropping the last 2 there. So that smoke, they went for 3 aggressive smokes on the outside, tried to go for a wrap, but this time focusing a lot of people towards that Mini again. I think it was 3 people this time for Team Liquid, but it was just, again, Elige. We've seen him play with a aggressive rotation, and he's done it again on the aggressive flank on the retake, and it's been just going well for him so far. So they're coming back into this game. If you're looking at the scoreboard so far, despite me saying Rush that has been playing a little bit more dangerously the way that he's been holding the ladder room area at Heaven, he's still the top fragger at 14 and 5 so far. So whenever he gets the great support, he can focus on the right angles, and he's just able to hold down the site as best as he can. Save round coming in for Liquid right now, and they're just holding towards that lobby. They don't really have any nades to open the door so far. They have a smoke and a flash for Adren at this point, who's currently perched up here towards the Mini. They're going to try to push him through. They get the kill onto Elige with the Tech 9 entry, and here comes the execution towards upper. Flash comes through, but Roka just holding it down. Like you said as well, he gets the ace at the same time here with the AK-47. But like you said, if it's not going to be Rush, it's going to be Roka that's going to be able to hold that upper site.
And one of the ways that eLevate is able to be so aggressive, I mean, first of all, they have so many backup fraggers that are able to get multi-kills like we just saw at Aroka, even though it was an eco round. But when they push one player aggressive, even if he gets picked off, the information he gathers, you see the rotates across the map on that mini-map, they come in so fast, and they just swarm to the point of attack. They flock to where the action's coming, and they get involved very, very quickly and very convincingly. And now they're doing another outside aggression. Rush pushing up towards under silo. XP3 playing at the red box, and if XP3 decides to get a little bit more aggressive at the moment, he might be able to catch someone with the smoke out if the timing's right. Terrorists aren't ready for it. They all have grenades primed, and this could be perfect pouncing position, and this is going to be a run into the stack here. There's XP3 grabbing 1.
From the angle that you have there, if you don't see anybody pushing aggressively to start, especially with Rush with the crossfire, you know somebody's going to be on top of the silo and nobody's going to watch towards T-Red because they've never done it so far for eLevate. So he gets the easy advantage from the angle that he's playing to get that 1 minute advantage for eLevate to start.
And they play it so smart after that, too. They just fall all the way back. They take that man advantage, and they're just going to work with it as Liquid throws up that smoke, that wall of smokes, and they're going to do some battle on top of the rafters. Not able to connect with anything. Taking a lot of damage. Daps down to 27, Fugly down to 61. So they're lit up a little bit. Leash down here in the corner, right outside the vents. He's going to come on to fire soon. He needs to be ready. He sprays one down, sprays two, gets all three. Elige with a monster defense in secret.
Boom. And then Storm finally getting some action inside ramp, wins that 1 versus 1 battle against Nitro. So they tried to go for the secret pinch and then have Nitro lurk around towards the ramp and then convert towards the lower bomb site. But at that point, they just held that push very well for eLevate towards that secret area, which didn't give Nitro a chance to work at all. Even if he won that fight against Storm, he was discovered, and there was nothing else that he could have done there. So eLevate doing a great job holding the angles again and switching their playstyle on the CT side defense.
Yeah, they really are, and they're playing it smart. And here we go. They were just aggressive last round. They do it again. They do that same triple push they did on the opening gun round. They don't see anything in there. Like so swiftly, they're able to rotate back, and they have so much information. No one outside. They know the execute's going to come in towards ramp or towards inner, and you see Storm is backed up by Roka. He's got a molly in his hand. He's ready to throw it at the first sign of trouble. With 3 players inside, or 2 players inside, Elige actually trapped down vents and went to secret to clear out outside once again, but this defense is looking strong across the board no matter where Liquid decides to go.
Well, looks like they're going to try to commit towards the ramp room area on this safe round. Storm 1 and 2 finally gets picked up but traded easily by Roka, who's looking for the last person that got smoked out, which is going to be Nafly. Has the bomb on his back, runs back towards upper to at least try to get some money in here, but Rush is going to get the kill. But 9-4 is our score, so at the end of the day, though, Moses, you called it at the beginning of the game. They got the 4 rounds that they needed here for Liquid on this T side.
Right, and they have an opportunity to get more. I mean, this isn't over. They've got 2 rounds. They're going to buy up. They switch it up. They put it up onto Adren. First time we saw this happen, they blew open the door and gave him the angle to work with. No one presented itself, so I'd be surprised. He is going to go directly outside right now. Going to get boosted up onto this box more than likely. Nope, maybe not.
They just don't care.
Yeah, guess not. They're switching the pace up. The fast strat worked earlier. After winning that pistol, that fast rush in a mini. Oh, XP3 with an amazing shot takes out Adren right off the bat. So there's that expensive weaponry.
And they're all
Adren
on
didn't even
speed.
see that coming. Yeah,
They're
Adren
all
didn't
at
even...
100 HP.
Fugly gets a nice kill. He has 1 HP, and Nitro at 123, so HP advantage, like you say, definitely in the way of eLevate here.
So now Nafly picking up the AWP, which I think he should stick over to the AK-47. Just use as much spam as you can if you're going to try to overtake this site here, especially with 2 guys very low on health. If you cannot get the spray, well, at least do your best and not miss any shots with the op right now. And they are actually trying to utilize him to be the entry fragger right now to try to cover the upper site here. As we do have Elige still lurking around towards lower secret, though. He's about to go head-to-head against Nitro. Gets that kill. Fugly's just waiting around the corner, but they do the smart move to fall back right now with Elige going back towards Raptor. So Fugly is going to make his way back towards the outside. We still have to try to get that entry kill with Nafly. Misses the shot, pays the price, gets killed, but the trade comes in from Fugly. Lines up a second one, but then gets killed. Daps now making it a 1 versus 1 after killing Storm on the top of heaven. Rush!
What? What? What?
Okay. So,
Daps is so angry right now.
oh yeah, no doubt. If we're laughing, you know what's going on through Daps' mind. But first, you have XP3 with a jumping M4 headshot. Next, you have Rush coming up the ladder midair while falling, a Tech 9 headshot to win the 1 versus 1. Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I feel so bad. So that's just brutal for Liquid in that one-on-one. They finally find an opening and it just gets shut down. And XP3 with an opening pick onto Adren picks up that AWP for the first time on the defensive side, catches one off guard. Nitro getting up on Twinkie out of the mountain boost. He's gonna look for a fight here, but XP3 once again, that aggression outside that eLevate's done, and they did it on Season as well when they got aggressive. They find that opening pick and they just take it to the bank and fall back and play with the advantage. XP3 all the way back at heaven, now spotting the side of the smoke.
Oh, he's gonna maybe be able to catch. No, I thought he was gonna be able to catch Rush if he's trying to peek a little bit more
Elige
here.
has a Negev. And this isn't disrespect. Elige actually thinks that he is the best Negev in the world. I've seen him buy it at ClutchCon against Kaboom.
Yeah.
Not even when they were blowing the game out. He just buys it when he has the money.
Oh, definitely, because it's an instant headshot machine for him the way that he plays it. I played against him.
Rush is just massacring these guys, executing through the molly here. Just a couple free kills, and that's the bomb down. Nothing more that Liquid can do. This round's already over.
The Gap kill. So yeah, definitely. I mean, I've played against Elige as well. The way that he just fights out with the Negev, and he's just unstoppable with it. It's the first burst is so accurate as well, and if you're able to control the somewhat recoil that's in this that's on that gun, you're basically unstoppable, especially with the angles that you can hold towards the upper sight.
So I did say 4 rounds, and eLevate was in trouble, and well, depends on if Liquid's going to come to play here on the CT side. They did look pretty good. They had a lot of openings. They weren't able to convert them. Like we said, repeating from from Season, excuse me. eLevate's looking good in some of their mid-round situationals. They've really improved in that a lot as the season has gone on, and I can't stress that enough. Compared to the first matches we saw them at this season to tonight, they've improved very, very much. Looking like a scary team heading into these into the Season 18 LAN. And this win here, if they're able to pull this one out, that's going to be a big step towards ensuring the fact that they'll even be attending. Like we said, the race is so tight. eLevate, like I said, if they give up 4 rounds, they're going to be in trouble. That's if they don't get this pistol. If they don't get this pistol, I don't think they can win this match. I don't think they can win that many gun rounds on T side of Nuke. They didn't look great yesterday. Dren's going to take some early fire. The terrorists are all spread up across the map. Yeah,
XP3 gets pushed though.
Down to 1.
Yeah, so they're using him as a scouter so far here for the second half pistol round. As the rest of the guys are not going to work inside the rent room area. Fugly decides to fall back. He's going to get some backup as well from his teammate in the back of the site. That is going to be Nafly. And here we go. Nafly, first headshot coming through. Fugly hiding around the corner now and still setting up the crossfire. They spot Roka. They blind him out. Roka down to 10 HP. And they are closing it down. And they are also flanking at the same time. So XP3 still with that 9 HP lurking around. But Storm still full health with armor. P250. Or sorry, no armor. Just a P250 with flashes. So he went for the entries here, or the utility player here for eLevate for this round. XP3 still looking to get a frag here. And Storm losing this fight against Nav so far. So he's going to have to win a 5 versus 1. Here's lots of footsteps coming up against Nitro. Couldn't get the kill as Daps is also there to help him out. And Team Liquid gets the pistol round.
Yeah, Naf shutting that down, those opening 2 frags. Such nice shots from him from behind the silo with that USP playing those angles, not committing to the fight, just taking his shots and connecting with the heads of eLevate. It ends any progress they wanted to make into that lower bomb site. So that's going to be very tough for eLevate to recover from. I said I don't think they can win 5 gun rounds to take this match in regulation. So they're going to have a tough time here in the second half.
At this point, still looking for a bomb plant here to look comfortable on the next round where they could force. They only invest with P250s right now for 3 guys, and they are working towards the outside. I think at this point, they should be able to hear some footsteps. Yeah, that's why Nafly is just going to spam a little bit here. And now Adren's waiting here at Mini. Spots the first one, easy kill. Second one, lines up 2 more, but the trade comes in finally across here. But at least he was able to make $600 there. Same thing for Adren. Or 1,200, sorry, for each kill is 600. Fugly spotting the last 2 towards the outside. Drops the first one. Storm gets the dink with the Glock. And now it's a 3 versus 1. So a few guns being dropped here and there, but it's nothing scary here for Team Liquid. Because they didn't get a bomb plant for T side for eLevate. So at this point, I don't think they're going to go for a gamble buy. They just want to play it safe. They got a lot of rounds cushioned.
Right.
Oh, they're going for the buy.
Well, I don't even think Adren bought. To be honest with you, that round. He had 5,900 at the start of this round, even though he fell, so I'm not sure he even had anything to work with that round.
Oh, yeah, maybe he had it since the second round, so, But they are going for a forced buy for eLevate so far.
Which is curious. They didn't get a bomb plant.
That's what I'm saying.
It's very interesting.
It works.
Roka gets that opening pick. It is some aggression from the counter-terrorist team, and that's where that opening came from. Nitro down very, very low, so this is getting to get scary the CT team. XP3's taken so much map control outside. He's already on the top of mini. He's cleared the way. The entire CT team is... Nitro with that low HP is turtling into Toxic. Another trade for the Terrorists. This is boding well for them in this 3-on-3 situation. They have control of the entire outside. They have entire freedom of where they want to go. Adren hiding in the squeaky door, Daps inside the bomb site. Nitro and Toxic. There's no ability for Liquid to gain any information at the moment, so eLevate has complete freedom.
I just find this still a very tough gamble right now for eLevate. Let's say they win this round with the 3 guys remaining. They win, they get 3250. Roka and XP3 are still going to be very broke, so they're going to drop Galils here and there, but both teams are going to be at the even situation in terms of the money situation, in terms of money on the next round after, if eLevate wins this round. So it all comes down to this to see what's going to happen, because we still have an M4 though in the hands of Adren, so things could be looking good for Team Liquid still. And there you go. The UMP gets the better out of that, and oh, there's only one guy remaining. It's going to be a Storm. He does get the kill. He's done a 15 HP, though, against Nitro with 8 HP. Nitro's not lower, and Storm's going to walk into that trap, and that is it. The gamble does not come in favor for eLevate Gaming, and now Liquid is looking good for the next few rounds.
Right, but I do like that gamble, on the other hand. I'm not sure as an endgame later I'd have the guts to call it, but I know XP3 obviously does, and they put themselves in great position to win that round in a 3-on-3, and indeed I think they had the advantage in that 3-on-3. They should have won it. It came down to Rush losing that battle to Daps in the bomb site, but if they win that round, it kind of cancels the fact that they lost Terrace round, because they forced Liquid onto at least one save round, and that's an easy way to gain rounds as Terrace, especially when you need to gain those rounds to catch up. You can't rely on your gun rounds just as the Seeker round gets cleaned up effectively. But I said they can't win 5 gun rounds to win this match in regulation, and if they win that one and force an eco, they gain 2 right there, so that's a good start to that first half, and I think that was the basis of why they gambled there.
Now they just went for a full-out push that last round before. No guns, no nothing, no investments, so they could get the bonus money coming in at 2,900. So let's see what happens out of this right now. They still haven't gotten the bomb plan either in this second half at all for eLevate. But at least this round they do have all the AKs and arsenal needed. They only have one guy lurking and scouting towards the outside, which is going to be Rush. The rest of them still spamming towards the heaven inside the lobby, but nothing really. Oh, there you go, Elish actually does get the kill on 2 Daps to start things off. So a 1-man advantage for eLevate, and at this point, they might take the advantage to work towards the outside and cross towards Secret, but Adren is waiting there, but he's playing it very passively, so things could be looking very good for eLevate so far, because Adren is playing tires towards Warehouse, and after all those flashes and smokes, he still manages to get the headshot of the Storm through the smoke, though. So this is very good for Liquid to just slow things down a bit on the aggressive push of eLevate right now on the outside. He's holding back towards CT Red now, but these guys are still coming in. They have made it through towards Secret, so Elish makes it down. He's at the point. Actually, it's Rush going to be at the point. They spot one inside the vents. They go for that 1-versus-1 battle, and Elish is down to 9 HP now. They are coming towards lower. It's going to be the retake game right now for Team Liquid, but Roka is still lurking around and gets the kill. Finally traded back out by Adren. It's a 3-versus-2 situation. Bomb is going to get planted courtesy of XP3 at lower. Last 2 guys. Nafly moving down towards the vent. His teammate Adren also towards the vent. They both push out. One inside the Toxic, one inside ramp, and one inside control. Great crossfire setup. Rush gets the first kill. Nafly then on to Elish from the back of the vents, and eLevate wins the round with a well-executed T-side strat.
Yeah, Roka with prime positioning. They're able to get down there with 3 players, and Roka at the door with the hole blown, and it was just cutting off the rotates, and he wins that battle and delays any kind of defense that would be mounted to prevent the bomb plant. So good positioning, XP3 putting his players in their positions to succeed and to have an impact on the round, and Roka comes up huge for his team once again. He's such an impact player for that team, but Rush 22-9, having that strong match still. Oh,
definitely. And he's
this
still
is
gonna
scary though. Adren picks up this AWP, so this could catch someone off guard. eLevate does the same thing that Liquid does outside. They like to make that presence known, and if they're not prepared for this AWP, that could be a lot of trouble. But it does look like Adren is going to play it a little bit more passively here. Nope, he just pop flashes himself back in. He looks up at Red Rock, not able to find anything. Spam from Elish finally comes in. They've been doing it for such a long time, and Naf wanders into it.
It's Elish gets the pick again.
Right, and now he spots out the Opera, so they know there's an Opera over in the warehouse. That's going to be Adren, and he's got to be very, very careful. Still playing it aggressively, peeking out at the angle. The wall of smokes is not up, so they don't have the cover. And there it finally plumes, and he's going to throw a nade out and try and do a little bit of damage.
They're going to try to come across. It's going to be XP3 at T-Red, still spamming through this. And Adren, look at that. He's going to play it aggressively. Just going to try to watch it as the smoke slowly dissipates. He's looking more and more towards the right, but XP3 decides to look back, fall just a bit here at T-Red. But meanwhile, Fugly is holding things out at the ramp, and also at the same time draws the bomb carrier. So it's a 3 versus 3, but still a 1 versus 1 battle on the outside between Adren and XP3. XP3 still not making any noise right now. He's going to hear Adren on a rotation, so he's going to try to catch him towards the CT spawn right now. He's going to... Oh, he doesn't. Just slight timing there, so he was able to make it back on time. They do get a bomb plant meanwhile, though, as Storm picked it up and planted towards lower. Nitro gets the kill, so it's up to XP3 to try to come back towards control side and win a 3 versus 1. He hears the defuse, and he's going to let that go.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time trying to find Adren outside.
Too much time.
Right, he wasn't able to help his teammates. If he had just gotten down into secret, without anyone knowing, he might have been able to flank that Vents and at least turned it into a 2-on-2 there, so... A little bit unfortunate. They do get the plant, so... That does help them out next round. They are going to save this one, but next round they'll be able to buy instead of having to save 2 after the money immediately gets reset. They're in a tough spot here as Team Liquid's starting to catch up and even the score, and this is a great opportunity because Liquid's economy is nothing to brag about either. This is another eco. The last couple,
I like this.
They've mopped up pretty easily. If they can keep that economy building, they'll be in good positioning to win out this match, but there is a scout onto XP3.
Yep, I was about to say it's time to jump scout here for XP3. Knowing that Adren is the AWPer, and I like the way that Adren also plays that up. I never really knew by strafing left and right quickly, you could see through the crack of the door. But let's talk about that just a little bit later. They both spot each other, and they both missed a scout and AWP shot. But Nitro is there to support him. They're working towards the outside. They dropped the bomb carrier. They also killed Nitro inside locker with a nice scout shot in his face, courtesy of XP3. Bomb is still down, though. Rotation coming in from the CT side. All from lower, all from outside. Adren still holding it, getting another kill onto Roka. XP3 trying to spam through this wall. I think he was able to tag him a little bit, or was it somebody else that tagged him? But
someone else tagged him with a Tech 9.
Okay. So XP3 just trying to lurk back towards media to see if he can catch somebody out. Elish picking up the M4, and he's going to try to win this fight against Adren. Flashes up, runs up at the same time, trying to get the kill onto the ladder, just like how Rush did it before, but puts him down to 16. 23 seconds left on the clock. I think their main goal right now is just to try to get the offer. Another flash comes up. He does get the kill. He's going to try to flank across, but he was still stuck on the ladder. Dabs kills him, but trades back by Storm. Then Nafly retaliates. Now it's a 2 versus 1, but only with 7 HP and a scout. Nothing that XP3 could have done. And now Team Liquid wins another round here. Make that 6 rounds, 1 on their CT side, only 1 for eLevate so far. I think we're going to go towards my prediction of overtime maybe here.
This is such a crucial round for eLevate. They need to win this round. They did the damage on their eco that they needed to that just this previous round, taking out 3 guns, forcing the rebuy, especially that AWP on Adren, that expensive weaponry. If they win this round, they can force Liquid onto a save. They'll break their money, and that's what they need to get a couple rounds. They need a couple free rounds against those light pistols to catch up in the scoreline and to give themselves a little bit more breathing room and a little bit more opportunity on this terrace half.
The spray comes in again for eLevate. They're trying to hopefully get Elish to catch one off guard again, but this time Nafly plays the angle that XP3 played before, gets the easy kill. Molly coming across here as he does get some support from Adren on the top of the catwalk with the AWP to look back towards T-spawn. But this is a big 1-minute advantage to start things off here for eLevate. Goose comes up. They do get the kill on to Nitro, but Nafly is still winning at CT Red. And Adren decides to fall back, actually, to support his team towards the upper site. So this is going to be good right now for eLevate if they still try to work towards the outside, but Nafly is still holding it. Wins that fight against Rush. Here they come with another one, moving out from the lobby towards upper. And look at that, Daps with a random spray through the window, puts XP3 down to 8 HP. They're still working towards the outside as they've finally taken on Nafly. But these are looking good for Liquid to still win this round. Fugly already rotated towards the control staircase to watch towards Secret, while the rest of the guys are still trying to battle against Adren and win this fight. Adren stays alive to take down XP3 just before, but it's now traded out to a 2 versus 2. 18 seconds left on the clock. They have to commit towards upper, and this is going to be a close round. All of them very good and healthy. One spotted Roka has to do a 360 Xbox attempt of a kill, but it didn't work out. Storm moved down towards lower. Yeah, but Storm was able to pick it up, but he decides to just try to go for that. Nope,
Yeah,
not even
that's
go
a-
for the kill.
Well, Daps killed the bomb carrier. Storm was in the bomb site, and unfortunately, the bomb carrier swung over to fight at Hut and dropped the bomb too far away. And like you said, they only had 18 seconds when they were coming into that bomb site, so they only had like 9 when the bomb got dropped, and no time to plant in a 1-on-2. Can't chase him down, so just save the weapon, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I just thought that Storm might wanted to move towards control to at least try to hurt the economy to see if he was going to maybe spot one towards the control staircase, because he was going to have Fugly fully exposed right there. But nonetheless, save round coming in for eLevate. No purchases coming in for this terrorist team, except of course for Storm, who was able to save his AK-47 and armor from the round before. And it looks like at this point, they're all stacked up here towards Radio Room. They want to try to have Storm go for the entry kill and then commit here. But at the same time, smart move here for Team Liquid to run down that clock. Going for 1 smoke, going for 2 smokes. And it's going to basically be about 50 seconds before they can try to work towards this ramp room area. But that's going to give a lot of time right now for a rotation for Liquid if needed. But look at how Fugly is being positioned at the same time. He's on that boost just behind the yellow pipe here. So they're
he
never
caught
going
him
to
out.
spot
He
that.
caught him out up here a couple times earlier. One time earlier. Nitro, on the other hand, down from the ramp, is getting those opening 2 picks on a Russian Storm. That AK Storm save doing no work this round, but Fugly on one of the previous rounds got 2 picks from here, and they're not ready for it again. And that's the bomb down behind a fire. The last 2 players, and there's nothing they can do. Elish with an AK-47, but no armor. The aim punch is going to be brutal. It doesn't really matter. It's just all a matter of time before they walk into some bullets. And there's Nitro again, even with 1 HP, still picking up a 3rd kill, spamming through the box, and he's going to get a 4th one, not afraid. Good shooting from Nitro that round.
With 1 HP remaining. But 12 to 12, we're all tied up now, and I like it. How to run down the clock. 1 smoke, 2 smoke, and then go for 1 incendiary grenade and a 2nd one. Nobody really got exposed inside, got a chance to step a foot actually inside the ramp room, except for 1 player. So if they make it through, it's just the angle of how Fugly was playing it, and it just couldn't get anything done towards the ramp. So they have more chances towards outside right now.
Yeah, that's just a test of how strong their economy's gotten over the past few rounds. eLevate not able to do a whole lot of damage. This round they had 5 smokes and 4 Molotovs in their arsenal. That's Team Liquid, so able to run down the clock and close off these choke points. And that's the danger on this map. If you can't find success in the outer portions of the map, you're going to have a lot of trouble executing into the hut and into the ramp room, simply because the choke points are so small. Those flashbangs and smokes and all those nades become so much more effective running through the hut in these small chokes.
Spray game once again here for eLevate, but this time nobody's going to get phased out of that one or picked off here on Liquid's side.
This is going to be a late upper execute. Rushes on the roof, ready to throw some flashbangs through the windows.
And at the same time, Nitro's already pushed up towards the secret staircase, so he's ready for a quick rotation to support his team. So at this point, he was the one that scouted out, so they are expecting this upper push. So let's see what's going to happen. Here comes the smokes and the flashes coming through the window. Big nades, but Nafly still stays alive. This is what they need. They're never going to chip this angle right now. Roka does get the entry kill, though. Now he lines them up. Gets 1, gets 2. Trying to go for a 3rd, but traded out by Elish. Then Rush gets the kill. Adroit with the fire onto Rush. Burns him to a crisp. 2 versus 2 right now. 20 seconds left on the clock. Bomb in the back of XP3. They're trying to get the bomb plant. Elish going to try to support him. Bomb has now been planted. Fugly is still winning on the top of heaven. And Nitro trying to get things done. That flash totally blinds him, and Fugly runs out, but he couldn't get the spray, couldn't get the kill. Now they look back out. Elish gets the kill, and Nitro is now going to be the last man standing. Can he win this 2 versus 1? Only partially blinded. Gets the kill on XP3, but so low on health. Another big flash comes through, and Elish with a 3K. And it's all thanks to the way that he's been executing and Roka's entry to win that round for eLevate. And it's now going to be 13 to 12.
Finally, eLevate pulls out a round there in that 2-on-2. Looks scary for a second. That flashbang, that's in a situation where if you're that player, if you're in Fugly's position, you just got to trust that the flashbang hits someone. You got to get out. He looked a little bit timid and a little bit scared to peek too wide on that angle and get picked off, but he had both of those players in the bomb site dead to rights if he had just swung. But unfortunately, it goes eLevate's way. Now they're up 13 to 12. A little bit of life here. Now they're going to another round where they forced Liquid into a must-win situation. If Liquid drops this round, forced onto an eco, they're going to be in a very scary position, allowing eLevate to get too close to that victory to go up 14 to 12. And there's a good trade. Adren gets killed and Rush takes him out. But even
they can't get the boost in ramp. They're trying to do that boost again. It didn't work out, so they said, all right, screw it. Let's just fall back a little bit here. But at the same time, look at that buy. The forced buy that they have, Nafly has a UMP. Nitro, after that, screwing that boost up, says this, all right, I'm going to go towards control. Could have gotten that trade, couldn't get it done. Yeah, nice pick by Rush in the face of Nafly. Now it's going to be a 3 versus 2 situation, and they are taking over this lower side. Fugly, smoked out. Unleash takes down Daps, and this is deadly right now. Bomb is going to get planted. Fugly decides to run through the smoke. Now is totally flashed and gets crossfired out. And just like that, it's 14-12. And like you said, Liquid in a position to save or go for Juan Deeks.
It just depends on how confident they feel in their shotguns. I would save here. I'd save and play for the tie. Being such a CT-sided map, it's not unthinkable. I mean, obviously, to roll out those last 3 rounds and let eLevate get towards 15. On the other hand, if you buy here and you lose, match is just pretty much over as it is. So eLevate forcing a save at the right time, tearing the heart out of Liquid. It's going to be a tough match the rest of the way for them. eLevate's got to be breathing easy right now.
Or for the spam again, but let's look at it so far. We have Nafly in secret, we have Fugly and Big Garage playing the angle to see if anybody crosses over. So Nafly is just set up here for a peek if Fugly can see anybody cross over. So they're focusing on that. Daps also on the top of the catwalk. So they're really trying to get these kills towards towards outside. And it seems to be the call that that might work, because eLevate does this a lot. Spam it across towards upper, and then try to run a few guys to scout towards the outside. Let's see what happens. Smokes and flashes. This is a bad smoke. Adren can see them cross over. He's spammed across, puts him down to 17, but XP3 still gets the kill onto Daps here on the top of catwalk. Adren falls back towards lower. Fugly gets 2 kills with the 5-7. Nafly there, moving up towards that staircase, getting a leash down, and it's a 3 versus 2. 1 minute advantage for Team Liquid. Bomb now picked up on the outside by Storm, and let's see what they're going to try to do with this.
That initial gunfight took so long, and Liquid players did such a good job playing those smokes, staying alive despite all the spray through. It gave their teammates time to rotate over into secret and deal so much damage. So all of a sudden, this round's turning on its head. Liquid has the advantage in the 3-on-2. eLevate going to smoke off both vents and run into the bomb site. They've got to be very careful. Yeah, very smart from them. Nitro's flanking the HUD. It could be a lot of play on him. He does spot one. He gets spotted out of the way. He'll throw a pop flash. He's going to go for it with this CZ75. But Roka pushing over towards the Tetris boxes, grabs Naf, turns around and takes out Nitro. It's all up to Adren, and he misses the shot. Roka with quite the clutch there. His own 1-on-2 win. Great performance by him.
So now it is game point situation for eLevate. Enough money right now for Liquid to go for full armor and M4s. 1 kid on the back of Fugly as well. Oh boy. If they win this one, they could sort of reset the money here of eLevate as well, which would put them at a 15-14 technically, and then it'll all boil down to the last round. You can't ask for anything better than that. But the pressure is on right now for Liquid to outperform eLevate and lose less number possible players right now on the CT side. So default going on right now for eLevate. Nobody's getting caught anymore, so they know how eLevate's spamming this so far. They have also broken a hole through Squeaky to see if anybody was going to be towards lower, but at this point, we might see an upper execute.
Roka, known for his headshot ability, his one-taps, is very strong aim. He loves peeking through that hole, and in previous rounds, he's been able to cut off a lot of rotations into the vents and from Mini from this position.
It's him against Nafly there. Nafly's at that floor. He's just trying to see if he could spot Roka coming through the squeaky door, but if a flash comes through, he is so exposed right now.
There's no flash. Look at the utility. He gets stinked. He gets it anyways. What a shot from Roka.
Yeah, that was sick. 2 HP left on Roka so far, but here we go. They're going to try to execute towards upper. They've jumped up on top of Twinkie at the same time as well. Adren smoked out, so you can't really see much. Finally spots the first one. Drop in 1. Here comes the trace. Here comes rotation coming through as well. USP dropping down the bomb carrier. It is a 2 versus 2. 2 versus 1. Storm now the last man standing. Gets the first kill at 10 HP. Now Adren gonna try to get things done. Breaks open that vent, and Adren wins that fight. It's gonna be 15-13. They will force somewhat of an equal unless we go for a drop here for Roka and Rush. But at the same time, I told you guys that Liquid couldn't lose any players. They've lost 4, and they are still screwed in a money situation. So this could be a good time right now for eLevate to also gamble this buy.
This is beautiful. This is typical eLevate. This is typical eLevate. All these 16 to 14 matches.
I said upper against upper invite teams. It's always comes down to this.
They need on this eco on this light buy they have with these pistols. They need to do some damage. They need to force some dropped guns. They cannot let Liquid get away with keeping all their weaponry. Daps is going to want to buy next round anyways. But if they're able to drop some guns and hurt the money, the economy for Liquid is garbage right now. No one above $1,000, and it's going to be this ramp take. Fugly's just going to drop right off the bat, playing it safe, getting away from the action. And he's going to turtle up in this lower side and let the rotates come in.
Trying
They're
to
pushing
run
on a
across.
ladder.
Oh, no.
That's the bomb.
Yeah, bad move there. Lined up right now. Nitro dropping 2 more. USB coming through. Jumping Tech 9s. Elige with the double kill, picking up a FAMAS there. Now it's a 3 versus 2 situation. Could still be a winnable round. Why? Because we still have a Tech 9. And now an M4 picked up. Oh, things are going to be tough. Elige with a headshot onto Nafly. Oh, opening things up on a 2 versus 2. Can Liquid keep things alive here and bring it to the last round? Or can eLevate finally close things off? And 2 versus 2, they know they're at heaven.
And Daps is in the A bomb site with a shotgun. He's got to find a position. He does. He pushes into Hut to force a close range battle. Oh, and eLevate's playing this
outside.
Yeah, this is a blind counter. eLevate doesn't have any information going into this lower bomb site. That's the smart decision to make. Fugly's rotating over towards these vents so he can have a quick rotate anywhere they decide to go.
Should try to drop the FAMAS here for Daps, but Daps still decides to play towards the lobby area. 14 seconds left on the clock. They have to know that they're going to be coming in towards lower. There you go. Fugly finally destroys the vent. Spots him. 8 seconds left on the clock. Can they get it done? They're going to nade through. That's not going to hurt him much. Bomb is now planted. Daps finally moves in with the Mag 7, gets the kill, and it's all down to Elige. If Elige wins this, he aces at the same time. He gets off the bomb. Daps gets killed, puts it down to a 1 versus 1 situation. Fugly does have a kit, though. Opens control, and he gets the kill for Fugly against Elige. No ace for Elige. The fuse coming in for Team Liquid. Fugly to keep the dream alive, and it all comes down to the last round, but the bomb plant did come in for Team eLevate, so they have plenty of money to work with. Let's see what's going to happen out of this. Again, we said at the beginning of the game, a match with eLevate puts me on the edge of the seat, and I can't be closer to my desk right now here, Moses.
That round, despite losing it, that round was so close to perfect for eLevate. Obviously, perfection would be winning that round, but getting 4 kills, getting the bomb down, giving themselves so much money, and look at the economy. It's so low onto Liquid. They have a decent buy going on anyways, but they're going to run out of these utility grenades pretty quickly. Only 3 kits, so that could come into play later on. And eLevate with a strong inside presence throughout this match. They've always sent people outside, and there's no one there this round. All this is a Dren in the warehouse defending it, and he sees nobody. He's playing it very passively, though, behind the sandbags, just peeking for someone to drop on the mini. And here comes that outside presence delayed.
Oh boy.
Roka at his door spot again.
Yeah, and it's been repetitive like this for eLevate the whole time, and now they're going to try to execute towards upper again.
This is going to be a mini split.
Oh, he's playing the angle, though. He lines up the first one, gets the kill to eLevate, and I was trying to say XP3 and also drops the bomb cure, but Elige and Roka on the entries, drops 2 of their own. Nitro keeping things alive. Bomb now picked up by Elige. Now it's a 3 versus 1 with Elige picking up the bomb, drops towards lower. He's going to try to go for the bomb plant right now. They hear it. They rotate down. He spots the first cannon of the gun of Nitro on the right side of the vent. Flash is coming through. He runs out. 2 guys storming across, gets the kill. They come in for the fuse, and Moses, I called it. It is going to be overtime.
You did. That's unbelievable. What a match we have so far. And Nitro rotating down those vents as soon as the bomb plant came in. His quick pressure on the bomb planter prevented Elige from moving out of the bomb site, prevented him from getting any kind of good positioning to defend that plant. So forcing overtime is Liquid. They had a couple rounds there at the end. They really had to grind it out there. I mean, they had such low economy a couple times. They were looking such a dire situation and able to pull it back. So props to Liquid so far in this matchup, and also eLevate throwing a great match out. And despite losing that Terrace pistol, I didn't think they'd be able to find those 4 gun rounds, and they did.
Oh yeah, this is sick. So it comes, and the reason why I called overtime, by the way, is because this is not the first time I see eLevate playing Nuke, getting a huge lead, and then suddenly bringing it to overtime. What was the last time that they played this match? Was it against Cloud9? Came into overtime, then they actually lost the game. So now I want to see history repeat itself. Maybe it's against a different team, but at least if they bring it to overtime this time, they come out with a win. But they have the harder side. They're starting off on T side first. 15-50 against Team Liquid. It's going to be a big one.
And this is so fitting, too, for all the playoff implications involved in it as well, just making it so intense for seeding purposes.
Oh my god. Couldn't ask for anything better right now to end the night here on ESEA TV. Season number 18, this is Invite. Ben, Silly, and Moses getting ready for overtime against Team Liquid and eLevate. If you just tuned in, welcome. If you're not tuned in, well, definitely you don't hear this right now, so make sure you guys tell your friends and family to tune in for this overtime. Nitro, Fuzzy, Dapper, Dren, and Nafly for Team Liquid. While we have Storm, Elige, Roka, XP3, and Rush for Team eLevate. Same strategy right now for eLevate.
One thing I haven't seen eLevate do is on this map, sometimes what they like to do is throw these smokes outside or throw an execute up inner and try and take advantage of a quick rotate from ramp and quickly rotate over and hit that ramp room, and they haven't done that yet. Fugly's got his same boost in that ramp room that he's had a couple times. It's been so effective, but this is going to be an outside hit. Adren gets the opening pick with that AWP. Rushes down early on.
They missed a shot here, though.
Yeah, Leash drops down, and he's able to pick off Adren through the rafters. A good trade there, so now onto a 4-on-4. Affly behind the vents with a teammate up in the rafters. It's going to be Daps. Fugly, with that boost, he's been so effective there this whole match, and it's almost like they've seen him there 4 times. They don't expect him to do it again, but he does, and he catches Roka off guard. So a really
don't
tough
fix
spot
what ain't
for
broken.
Right, a really tough spot for these last 3 players as they work their way down into secret. Nitro is hiding in vents, but there's no one actually watching outside of him anything, so he could come under fire here. He's got to win this battle coming up. But he's got a couple places to look, and he peeks out towards the door, and Storm takes him out, so good prediction. Oh, but X33 jumps in the vent a little bit late. Dabs TKs! Oh, but he makes up for it. He gets the last kill. One more person in the bomb site to work for. It's a 1-on-2, and Fugly flanking down from ramp room. Daps. Oh, that had to have scared him for a second there.
Oh, yeah. Because they saw each other, bumped chests as if like, all right, nice kill. But then he said, all right, I'm not sure if you're my teammate or not. I'm just going to tap it, gets the headshot, and the TK. I mean, it was some slow reaction time, but at the same time, some fast reaction with the headshot after. It's quite funny.
He just scared every Liquid fan in the world right now.
Oh, definitely. At this rate, though, at least they do get the victory at the end of the day. Dren still with an op in his hand for this round here, but eLevate at this point, they haven't been looking so hot on their T side after losing 6 or 7 rounds in a row since the gun round. So they have to at least try to get one here, of course, because it's only MR3s per half. MR being
Roka at
max
the door
rounds.
again, always finding entry frags there. He's been a beast.
Loves it, but the smokes leaves a little bit of a crack here for Adren to get the pick onto Elige from the big garage into the people crossing towards Secret. So this gives enough time right now for Liquid Nitro to rotate back towards lower. He's behind the silo. He spots 1, he spots 2, gets the first kill, trying to go for the second one, traded back by a Storm. But the fire grenades come through, the incendiary grenades come through, and now Storm is burned down to 56. And it has calmed down the situation just a little bit here, preventing them a plant.
Look at Fugly. Fugly's in this lower bomb site. He's inside the smoke, hiding in plain sight. If this clears and they're in the bomb site, that could be dangerous. They might not expect him to be hiding in the smoke. Roka's going to check. He sees the barrel of the gun, and he's able to take him out. Clever play. Didn't work out for him. And Roka, once again, with these massive impact frags, he's got 3 in this round so far. And Adren, with the Colt, committed to this retake. Throwing a nade into Toxic. He's in a 1-on-3. This is not a good situation for him to be in, and it looks like eLevate's going to grab a terrace round in this first overtime.
Oh, yeah. Definitely with 2 of them here at 100 HP. Was that a jumping dink? Jumping across here through the wall from Storm here inside Toxic, but nonetheless, they do sweep off the kill. And it's going to be 16-16. This might be the only round that they need right now for eLevate.
Yeah, Roka just being a monster for this team. Look at the young fraggers that eLevate picked up this season. Rush was part of them for the end of last season, but Rush, Roka, and Elige, 31, 28, and 27 frags down the board. They're playing lights out right now, and Roka, for the past couple weeks, he's been their biggest impact fragger, and 4K that round, once again, stepping up for eLevate.
Oh, big push coming in outside. They weren't expecting that. Adren exposed out in the open in front of CT Red. Dabs spammed through the wall, but Fugly and Nitro retaliates back. Now it's a 3 versus 3 as finally XP3 narrows it down as he dispatches Nitro. Now they're going to commit towards upper. As I was trying to say, I think Liquid was expecting some sort of spam towards heaven again, but they just went all 5 out towards upper, towards the outside. But the trades came through, and now it's back to a tight, narrowed situation. Elige going for the plant. Dad's peeking out. Nobody covering. Just the bomb carrier. Now Storm looking back towards heaven. XP3 just right next to him. Storm picks it up, and he's going to try to go for the plant. Dab's opening the squeaky door. Bomb Elise is now planted, but they are so exposed right now for the last 2 remaining members of eLevate GG. Trade comes through, and just like that, both gets dispatched instantly by Fugly and Nafly, respectively. And that's going to end the first half here, 17-16. The magic number is going to be 19 right now, as eLevate now takes the quote-unquote easier side.
And it didn't seem like much of the time Daps picking off the bomb planter like that. It wasn't huge, but what made it such an important kill was Nafly was all the way in the lower bomb side. He was turtled up into that toxic room, so he had such a long rotate in that 3-on-3 to come help out. And Daps peeking and able to delay the plant just long enough for him to come in for the flank was a massive one kill in the round for him. It wasn't the quantity, it was the quality of it. Came at such a crucial time, and eLevate able to pick up one round in that overtime. That's got to have him feeling good. It's always nice to pick up a terrace round in your overtime. That's the scary part, going down 0-3. So eLevate switching over to their CT side, where they also looked equally good. You gotta think back. Liquid won that terrace pistol round in the ensuing 2 rounds. eLevate actually prevented Liquid from winning any more than one gun round in their entire CT half.
Yep. One flash being thrown there because it just wanted to get an incendiary grenade here for eLevate. And they're going to play a smoke and a flash towards ramp just to hold it out. But look at that. Everybody's crumbled up towards the radio room here for Team Liquid. So this is going to be tough. Oh, a nice dink coming through, though, through the smoke. I think that's from Storm, yeah. And that was also through the wall. So that's going to dink Nafly, but not hurt him too much. Nate coming through. They're just going to run through the smoke. But he still lines up the first kill. Here comes the trade. But nobody was there to support him right now. So they are able to take over this ramp room area. And they are quickly committing towards lower. And nobody's really set up so far. Elige holding by control. Draws the bomb carrier. Spots 2 more moving across. So we do have another trade coming through. And Nafly given a one-man advantage now as he drops down Elige inside the lower bomb site. X3 on the flank. And evens it up on a 2v2. Bomb is still down. These guys are pinned right now. This is tough, but XP3 also only has 14 HP. Roka, the key player, draws the bomb carrier once again as Adren picked it up just under control. Now Nafly picks it up. Just like a fat kid on a Smartie. Went straight for the bomb, picked it up. And now it's 2 versus 1. 34 seconds left on the clock. AK-47 in hand. Looks back for that flanker. But XP3 has made his way towards upper. Roka holding inside the fence. And Nade's going to hurt him. So this is going to give some sort of a slight advantage for Nafly. He clutched a 3 versus 1 in the pistol round. Now it's going to be a 2 versus 1 to see if he could get it. Nafly moving across here. Going to get the fake plant coming through. One guy peeking out. Gets the first kill and couldn't get the quick shot down towards control. And a close game again on the edge of my seat as my heart is beating. eLevate wins that first round.
Yeah, and once again, XP3, Roka in the vents, just so many impact frags. I can't stop talking about it. He's had such a massive impact in the middle portions of these rounds, and XP3 getting lit up, managing to stay alive, and changing his position entirely and making that 2-on-1 much more plausible and winnable. Peeking together there, that was a dangerous situation with XP3 and red HP at that point. And now Adren's picking up this AWP. He's going to jump on this box, and he's going to be picking into the warehouse. Not going to see anything. eLevate hasn't really put a lot of a presence outside of on the outside portions of the map, except when they do their really, really hyper-aggressive 3-man pushes, so they're not giving them any opening to get a pick there.
They are so spread out right now for Team Liquid. There's only one guy spamming towards the top here, and nothing really going on for Liquid to try to get some picks off towards the Raptor. So they're just looking towards the outside. They do have Adren trying to get an opening frag here with this AWP towards T-Red. Does have support from Fugly. I think at this point, I thought they were going to try to go for a boost on T-Red to look back towards CT spawn. A little bit of a mistiming there as he got spotted, but only tagged down to 76. So still healthy so far.
Adren being so aggressive with his AWP and Daps being equally aggressive towards ramp room. Brush catching him off guard, having 2 people there. But that's the sign that the upper bomb site is a little bit weaker. But Roka and Elige are shutting absolutely everything down. They combine. It's now down to a 1-on-4. And that's Fugly left all alone in the vents. He's got not much to do here. 20 seconds left. And Roka is just going to peek straight down and take him out. Roka and Elige combining for 4 frags that round. Huge hold from them in that upper bomb site.
And huge investments by Adren so far as well with the AWP, because now it's game point situation for eLevate. No bomb plants coming in as well. So it's going to be full AKs coming across. Adren maybe with the Tech 9. Yeah, Tech 9 armor. So can they bring this and force a double overtime, or is it now going to be a GG for eLevate? or eLevate.gg. Let's see what happens.
It's a really light buy for Liquid. They're going to have to do a very convincing strategy here. They only have 2 smokes to use. Not going to be able to have any kind of prolonged tactical play. They're going to have to make use of the limited flashbangs that they do have and hit something rather convincingly.
Looks like they are set up here for probably an upper take with these flashes. Nobody's going to really... Actually, I think we do have a Dren that might be able to flash from the outside the way that he's setting up here. But he's just scouting so far to see if anybody's going to push aggressively. But at this point, it's probably going to come down to like a last-minute push inside. So here's that setup.
Yeah, Dren's getting ready for some sky flashes and a sky smoke. He's probably going to go... I think this smoke's off Heaven.
Yep. But they're not executing yet so far here for Liquid. Maybe they're trying to force to rotate so far and then try to get Daps to get an entry kill against Storm on his 1 versus 1 inside ramp. And this gives enough time, actually, for the CT side to smoke out Hut and towards the squeaky door to actually nullify any execution that could have come out from a Dren smoke to start things off. So now it's going to be the bank flash outside, and here we go. Balls deep, let's just try to go for it. They spot the first one, trade comes in. Nafla getting the kill, they spot 2 on the top of Heaven as well. Make that 3. A Dren spotting, getting the kill. More trades coming through, he gets the second one. Elysian tie things up, now the bomb is planted. Nafla then gets picked off though by Rush coming through with a trip kill. The defuse comes in, and that is going to end it 19-17 in favor of eLevate over Team Liquid. Wow.
What a match, and that just came down to so many strong holds from eLevate in that upper bomb site. Definitely on that last round, but Elysian and Roko were just monsters